Hey BBs, it's Plastic, and today I'm back with you guys for another video. How are we all doing today? Hope we're all doing really good. In today's video, y'all, it's Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's having a very grateful kind of day. And even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope we're all just staying grateful, I guess, today. I guess that's kind of like the whole point. I don't really know what the point of Thanksgiving is, to be honest. But I want to sit down with you guys in Ghoulchat and talk about some of the dolls that I'm super beyond grateful for in my collection, just because I think every day I'm like super fortunate that I'm able to collect the dolls that I do, and that I'm able to collect the childhood dolls that I once had, and I'm able to keep them and have the space and storage. So overall, I'm just very grateful all the time just for my collection, like waking up and being able to see the dolls I loved as a kid and seeing them on my shelves and all prettied up, and even the new dolls that are coming out. Like, I'm so grateful for that position that I'm able to be in. Even on the channel, I'm so grateful that I'm able to kind of reach out to so many people and have a platform of people that I really connect to. So just want to start that, but I'm just beyond grateful for everything all the time. Usually I try to stay pretty grateful, but I just want to share with you guys some of my most special dolls. I think a lot of these dolls I've already kind of, started a story about on my channel, but I just thought it would be kind of fun to kind of really bring it home today, just for that kind of special, thankful day. But with that, I guess let's just get started. So the first doll, this is more of a more recent doll that I'm really grateful for, but this is the Saran variant of Claudine from Generation 3. And this doll honestly felt like a symbol, because when we started to figure out that this doll, like, there's like Saran variants of like core Claudine, and like some of the new Claudine dolls with the old color blend had Saran hair. I honestly felt so grateful that like Mattel was honestly listening to the consumers, because like for the longest year, for like the year of G3, the biggest complaint was the polypropylene hair. So I feel like them going back and like really changing it and giving us the fiber that we want and we deserve, and that's gonna hold up for a long time, and that honestly is where your money should be at. I'm really grateful that they were able to kind of listen to us and honestly had the energy to give us Saran hair, because they could have fully just been like, okay, Saran moving forward, because we know all the dolls kind of, not all of them, but most of the dolls I think so far for the next year are gonna probably have Saran hair, just kind of what we gathered from stock photos and everything. I don't know if I'm allowed to show any stock photos, but they're probably out there on the internet. But a lot of the hair looks to be more Saran-like. Stock photos though, so obviously, but they could have just fully done that and be like, okay, like poly hair is whatever in the past. But the fact that they went back and again gave us nicer hair fibers was so beyond important to me. I think, again, as a collector and as a Monster High fan, I feels like they listen to us, because again, I've been a Monster High fan for like almost all my life, so them really listening to us really makes me feel like a fan that's, here for the right reasons, I guess. So I'm really grateful that they gave us a Saran Claudine doll, and they also gave us Saran Monster Ball Cleo, regular Cleo. I want to say that's all for right now, and then obviously Core Cleo. There's lots of Saran dolls out there from Mattel, so I'm really again grateful that they kind of listened to us for this one, because look at how fun she is. I haven't curled it or anything, and I'm probably too lazy to, but it's just so soft. Again, I'm not like great at hair or anything, but like I like just feeling it and everything. So I'm so grateful for her. I'm also obviously on the topic of Monster High. We got to talk about Lagona Blue. Wave 1 Lagona Blue. I guess I'll start with the crew production, though, because I am grateful for this doll, because she was the reason I'm able to have my original one. This doll came out, she's like the reproduction from 2022, and very special day for me to be able to go into a store and order online a Wave 1 Lagona Blue doll, because this is the character and this is the design, I guess I'll bring them both over for this, that really got me interested in Monster High. She was very like kind in the web series. She was very fun. She was kind of, sillylicious, I think, in all of her, on screen and in the dolls, and I really just enjoyed this doll a lot when I was younger. So again, having her now, I was able to get her because this doll was like a fashion pack for this one. Getting her naked was really cool. It was like a collecting dream. It was, again, my holy grail ever, and the fact that I have her still doesn't feel real, and most of the times, like, sometimes I'm just like, I own a Wave 1 Laguna, like, that's kind of crazy-licious, like, how is she in my hands? And I've had this doll for like over a year now. Like, it's been a long time of me having her, but every day I'm just so grateful that I have her on my shelf and I'm able to kind of hold her in my hands. She's been a doll that I never thought I would get, to be honest, because of how expensive she was on eBay just after the pandemic and everything. So I'm really grateful for her. And then obviously the one that kind of allowed me the fashion pack. Again, the whole experience of getting this doll was so fun. Again, the hunting aspect was very anxious. I was super anxious of being able to not get this doll, but the fact that I was able to get my claws on her and line, like, I ordered two online, and I picked up one in store, and that whole, again, experience of being able to go buy a Monster High G1 doll in stores was crazy for the time period. And yeah, I'm really grateful that they kind of chose to reproduce this doll, and that she's in my claws. I have 3 of her. If they restock them, I probably will buy a 4th, to be honest, just because I don't know, I really, really enjoyed this specific doll, and I think the pre-production came out fine, but it'll never be the original, and she's just so stunning. She's literally my favorite. She's my muse, to be honest, like, genuinely so fun. Like, look at, like, the curly hair and, like, the really cute little outfit. Very nostalgic, and that's kind of what I love in my collection. I love the nostalgia. The childhood doll that I'm really, really grateful for, and not because like a lot of my childhood G1 Monster High collection was bought like from my grandparents or my parents or obviously your child. But I remember specifically buying Wave 1 Abby, and I have two of them here because I have the China and Indonesian variant. The I think this is what the China variant. Or is this the Indonesian variant? I don't remember. This is the one that I got when I was younger. She has like the darker jewelry and the different face. This is my childhood one, and she was beat up because I loved this doll so much when I was younger. I remember, again, going to Kmart with my grandmother, and I was picking her out, and I'll never forget that day of, like, being so excited about Abby. I think I opened her in the car, like, going home, because I remember Shiver coming out in that little, like, thing. Um, and I just really, really loved Abby when I was younger. I think Abby was always a character that I really enjoyed because she was always very passionate with her own feelings and everything, and she was very head-on. So that's really something that I'm grateful for, that they kind of gave us that character who was very, like, head-on, and she was kind of stood out, but they never really made fun of her for standing out, which was really, really cool. And this is just my childhood one. I did redress her a little bit in some Bratz clothes and stuff because again, my childhood dress is, like, the dress is fine. The tights are gone. One of the leg warmers is missing, and her hair is like, or like the little this thing is messy. I did get this doll though on Marketplace in 2020, end of 2020, for like $11 or $12, and she had like her key, her tights, and everything that I needed for her. And like she's in pristine condition. So I'm really, really grateful that I'm able to have this doll in my collection. Again, she is the variant with like the lighter jewelry and like the different face. And this is like the prettiest variant to me. I did de-glue her hair, and it's such nice soft saran hair, and it has really nice tinsel in it. I know there's going to be a pre-production for this doll coming out, but I think the original one is just, I mean, the original one and the pre-production though for this doll specifically looks so identical that it's like kind of crazy. Like, wow, they really did that one. I don't want to speak too much again on the pre-production until we get like stock photos and everything, because I don't want to use like other pictures, but you can definitely find pictures of the reproduction, and she looks so similar to this specific doll. So I'm just really grateful that I was able to kind of get one that was pristine. And obviously, again, if you have the reproduction, then it'll be the exact kind of same thing, but like, so stunning, perfect face, perfect hair. Like, she's just like so icy beautiful. And I'm so happy that I was able to get this doll in 2020 when prices were insane for her, especially because I really, really wanted her complete like that. And I love that I can get dolls in a pristine condition again. I'm also beyond grateful for the Chucky Monster High Collector doll, because Chucky is one of my favorite horror movie and honestly movie franchises ever. I just love Chucky. I think it's so fun. I don't like horror movies, to be honest. Like, I'm not the biggest horror movie fan. I'm not like into like the gore and everything personally, but I think Chucky is just like a stupid gory movie. Like, it's like dumb. Like, the whole franchise is like unserious, and that's what I personally love. So again, getting the Monster High doll of Chucky was kind of crazy. I'm not like the longest like fan of Chucky or anything, but I honestly love like the collaboration of Monster High and Chucky. Like, it feels like it was meant for me, just in the way that like a lot of the collector dolls that I have, I don't really fully like know the media. I think the dolls are pretty and I love Monster High. That's kind of why I buy them. But Chucky was definitely one that I recognized, and I was so excited to kind of get. And it still doesn't feel real that like there's a Chucky Monster High doll. Like, it feels like crazy to like think about. But I love the design. I know a lot of people hated this drop, and there's a lot of issues with it, but I think in the end, these dolls are cheap on eBay right now, so if you really couldn't get them, they're like less than retail cost. And I just think they're so cool. Like, this is like one of the coolest Monster High dolls in my collection. I'm not even like biased or anything. I just think like this, like a murdering doll, like that was crazy for Monster High. Like, I feel like they never would have made that back in the day, so it's cool that we kind of got that as a collector doll. And definitely one of my favorite collector dolls, to be honest. I think the Chucky's amazing. So I'm grateful that I was able to get my claws on that doll. I think I even had like my mom get that doll for me. Like, it was like a big thing for me. Like, I was so anxious about getting that doll because I was in school and everything. But I managed it, and we have Chucky in our collection, so I'm really, really grateful for that. We also have another one that my parent helped me get. This was Rock Angel's Chloe, and this doll is pretty rough. The Rock Angels Bratz dolls reproductions are pretty ugly. They kind of had like they had like the bigger face molds, and they had like the pixelation and everything. But besides all of that, this is one of the dolls that I was so excited about when they kind of got like leaked that we're getting Rock Angels dolls, because I thought they were all super cool. And I remember when the first batches came out, I thought they were pretty, to be honest, because I was so new into Bratz. I was like, yeah, they look fine, whatever. But then I kind of waited just till second batch came out, because I just, whatever. And first off, that's really, really cool that Bratz was able to listen to us and be like, we messed up. Let's give them nicer faces. They're not going to be perfect, but they're nicer. And I remember when this doll came to my local Target, I remember my dad, we drove in halting, it was like halting down, like the ice cubes down, like halting rain. Halting, is that the right word? It's like halts, right? It's not bolts. I don't know, but like it was like icing raining out, and I was just to get this doll because like there was like a Target sale or something, and I picked out like the perfect face, and like she's just really, really fun. Like I think about that more. It was like a Saturday morning too, before I worked at like the bar. Like it was crazy times. It was really, really awful times actually. Like beginning of 2023, like horrible. But she kind of, I feel like, again, grateful that she was in my collection for that memory. And also it's really, really cool just to kind of have something like, you know, like it was a long effort to get this doll, and I'm happy that she's in my collection. She is, again, I don't think she's that ugly, to be honest. She's not pretty like the OG is, but I think she's kind of pretty in her own way. She like looks like a whole new doll. I like her with the hat on though, to be honest. Like when you like, and like the excitement of getting this doll was crazy though. Like I remember like this is like Euphoria times two. Oh, so many memories with her. Again, most of them are pretty good, but horrible time, but she really, really made up for that. Again, I don't even know what was happening at that time. So back to some better times though. I remember another doll that I got with my grandmother at Kmart was also Sweet 1600 Claudine. This was, I think, my second Claudine Wolf doll because I had the dead tired one. And then this one I got at the Kmart for my second one. And I just have so many childhood memories of this doll. So I'm just grateful that I was able to keep her. I think she's maybe like a symbol of my childhood collection in the way of like, I don't know if that's completely true, but I just remember having like so many thoughts of her, and I'm really, really grateful that I'm able to keep my Monster High childhood collection. Like, there was a time where they were just kind of shoved in like storage and in the basement and everything, but they all survived. They mostly survived, and I'm really, really happy that I'm able to have them still as an adult collector. That I was able to kind of really cherish them, even now in like in a different way, but again, like all my childhood dolls, like I'm so grateful that I'm able to still have them because a lot of people just get thrown out or, you know, trash or whatever, or sold or whatever. But she kept it. She's standing through, and she's just really, really pretty. Like I think also Claudine in like a tux like was crazy for the time, I feel like. So I really like that they kind of like didn't like put her in a dress because like they could have just thrown her in a dress and it would have been like fine. But I kind of like that they gave her like something different for the Sweet 1600 line. And she's just really, really fun, very, very sentimental, and she's very Kmart. I don't know. But kind of back with Monster High kind of changing up the game. I guess it can't be like changing up the game, but they gave us the first non-binary doll. I'm gonna call it like that. I don't know. This was like for Mattel, like that. Like I feel like whenever I think of Mattel, I think of like Barbie's like new era where she's very like conservative in the way that like she's kind of more marketed towards like the parents who want to kind of feel like a good parent when they're giving like their doll like a not hyper feminine character. So it's kind of crazy that Mattel was really, really advocating for Frankie being non-binary for G3, because I just don't view them as like a very woke company, I guess. Is that the right word to say? But I guess they're changing. I don't know. But they went from Monster High in their peak in like the 2010s when they wouldn't do any sort of queer representation to now giving us a fully non-binary character who is dating Cleo Denial, so it's like a sapphic relationship. I just think that's really, really cool that they gave us that. So I'm grateful that we have some non-binary representation because there's literally no non-binary representation. And despite all the haters, despite all the freaks who are talking badly about G3 Frankie and who hate the they them pronouns, I'm happy that they kind of still stuck with it because they could have been like, oh, we're changing it now, haha. But no, I'm really, really grateful for that representation. I think there's a lot of young queer kids who definitely deserve this rep, and it's good that there's other options, especially for the audience and everything. If I could, I would like love if every character had like the pronouns on like the boxes and everything for G3, but besides that, I'm still thankful that they gave Frankenstein they them pronouns. So this is more of a doll of just like, you know, gay people. Another gay people doll that I really, really, really enjoy is the Bratz Rock Angel. No, this is the Pride 2 back from Jimmy Paul from last year. I didn't want to bring Roxy down because like they're just both of them. I only need one. But I love that these dolls are so out and loud. I think a lot of people were disappointed about this pack because like they wanted them to be like regular Bratz dolls, just like with a gay flag or something. Like I think it's fun that these dolls are all glittery, all glammy, all prided out in like the flag colors and, you know, the motifs and everything. So I'm really grateful that they kind of gave us that out and loud representation. Yes, it's kind of corny, and yes, it's kind of colorful, and yes, it's kind of corporate pride-esque, but I still think it's fun. I think it definitely has a place in the world, to be honest, just as a, you know, queer person. I love, like, again, everything with this 2-pack, and I wish I got one in box, to be honest, because like, they were like $30 last year in box, like on Black Friday sales. One day I'll get them in box maybe, but I just really, really love this. Like, this also feels like a celebration of Bratz in the way that like they have like the Bratz characters on the bottoms. I don't know, I really, really enjoyed the 2-pack. And not a lot of people do, but I'm grateful that they exist. Another Bratz line that I'm grateful that exists, or grateful that I have, is definitely the 2001 reproductions, because these were hard to get. Like, I remember when they first came out, like, it was such a drama to get these dolls, and now they're, like, easy to get. Like, you can go to, like, Target or Walmart. They're on Black Friday Walmart sales right now for, like, $25 for 2 of them, and that was the cost of one back in the day. But I just remember running these dolls so beyond badly, and the hunt of getting these dolls was, like, you had to go to the Hot Topics, and the Hot Topics wouldn't even sell them if they didn't have them, and then, like, if you did get them on Hot Topic, they'd be like $5 extra, and then like they're supposed to be at Target, but they didn't go to Target for like months later. So I just remember like the whole summer like hunting for these dolls. I think it was the summer of 2021. Is that correct? Of hunting for these dolls, like it was crazy. And then when I finally got them, they were kind of like my first real Bratz dolls. My first Bratz doll was actually Talking Bratz Chloe, but she kind of is just like it's like a robot doll. So like I don't know. These are really, really cool, and they have so many memories of just, again, like, hunting with my dad, going to all the Targets, going to all the Walmarts, and just not finding these dolls, and then finally, like, being able to, like, buy them on, like, on Walmart. Like, I had to purchase these dolls on Walmart.com. I had, like, the links saved. Like, I would refresh the links every day. Like, it was drama, and I don't really do that with dolls too much anymore. Like, I don't, like, refresh the links. I think I did it with, like, Core Refresh Jackie Laura, Core Refresh Claudine, and the new Scared Ice Laguna. But usually I'm pretty tame right now because I'm like, okay, the dolls will come out eventually. But this was the one that I was not waiting for. Like I needed it day one, and I got it day one. Oh, okay, not day one because I didn't get them on Hot Topic, but like day one of like when they were like released to like the other retailers. Look at this Saran hair, and I have the first batches, y'all. I have the batches where like the faces are kind of messy. She's orange and she has Saran hair. That's my big. I know they're not like rare like that, but there's so much dust in the air right now. But nice Saran. But and nylon's not bad, but like I just don't like prefer the nylon. Like I think the Saran is definitely nicer for the Bratz, you know. Last two for today are dolls that I got when I was a child, obviously. These are Ghoulchat Claudine and Gloom Beach Chucky. This is my first Monster High doll, and both these were given to me by my childhood friend. We don't talk anymore, but I like these as the idea of like they're very much childhood-esque. They're very much like fun. They're very giddy. They remind me of like a time where like me and my old friend, we would run up and tell each other like, because our birthdays were very similar. Like they were like like 2 weeks apart, I want to say, from our birthdays. So we'd always buy each other like Monster High dolls for our birthdays, and we'd always try to buy each other like the same dolls, which I don't know, like I don't know, kid logic, I guess. But it was cool. We both had Ghoulchat Claudine, and we both loved Ghoulchat Claudine. Oh my god, we both loved Ghoulchat Claudine though, as like for the longest time when we were younger. So again, she's been loved. The hair, I had to cut the hair. Like, the hair was dead to the. It was bad. So one day I'll get like a new Claudine just to kind of be like, haha, I have a new one that's a nice condition. But my childhood one is definitely. She's been through it. She's been here throughout the years, and her stand's fallen off. And then another one that was just so well loved is Lagona Beach Jackie Laura, first Monster High doll. She's been rebodied. I think I've told this story a billion times, but very, very, very sentimental, and I'm very grateful that they're both still standing. All right, but that was kind of today's Ghoulchat and talk. Lots of dolls again. I'm grateful for everything in my collection, but these are just my more special ones. And I could probably talk like circles around all of them if I had to, but I feel like again a lot of these are like repeated stories, but I'm really, really grateful for them all, specifically like Wave on Laguna. Like this is just like my doll. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like she's just the diva. But in the comments below though, please let me know all the dolls that you're super grateful for in your collection, and some of your most sentimental and some of your most special. I'm dying to know. But yeah, thank you guys though so much for watching today's video. It was so much fun with you guys, and I cannot wait to catch y'all though in the next one. I love you all endlessly, and I'll see you very, very soon. Love ya. Bye. Bye everybody.